Carson Wentz traded to the Indianapolis Colts. And if you follow my channel, if you're a long-time follower, you know I'm not a big Carson Wentz guy, but the bottom line here is the Colts have defense in place and the offense in place for Carson Wentz to make a Super Bowl run. And it's interesting, Wentz and Goff, first and second picks in the draft, and both of those guys now coincidentally traded. And that's always kind of the thing. Guys that are drafted in the first round get a lot more opportunities and a lot more benefit of the doubt, and they kind of tend to hang around the league longer. And look, there's people saying Carson Wentz a top 6'10" player, quarterback, whatever. I mean, that's just ridiculous. But Carson Wentz is good enough. He's talented enough. He's not an elite quarterback. He'll never be in Aaron Rodgers. He'll never be a Tom Brady. He'll never be a Mahomes, obviously, but he's good enough to get them to a Super Bowl. You don't have to be great to get to a Super Bowl. You have to have good coaching, good players around you, good offensive line. And the Colts all have that in the mix. And, this is a team that has a lot of cap space. So they could make some other moves. And a good young receiving core, Michael Pittman Jr. was a guy that really stood out to me. So bottom line is the Colts are trying to make a Super Bowl push here, and it's a good start with Carson Wentz. This team is going to have an opportunity to have a memorable season and make the Super Bowl and potentially win it. But remember, a lot of guys could get to the Super Bowl, not a lot of guys could win it. So don't be surprised if Wentz chokes this one away. Look at Jimmy Garoppolo. 49ers, everything in place. Jimmy Garoppolo, not quite good enough. Jared Goff, Rams, everything in place. Coaching, not quite good enough to get it done in the big game. So, I'd love to see it because I've ripped on Wentz. So that would, I'm not a guy that will. I root for a lot. I I want to be proved wrong. That a lot of analysts they want to they can't stand being wrong. I hope Wentz proves me wrong, but I would I'd love to be able to back it up, and if he makes a Super Bowl run, chokes there, it would be kind of fun to see. But it could be a lot of pressure, like Stafford in LA. Could be a lot of pressure for Carson Wentz to win a Super Bowl this year with the Eagles. So we'll see how it pans out. But second round pick this year in the 2021 NFL draft, and then a third round pick this year in the 2021 NFL draft, and then a second round pick in 2022 that could turn into a first round if Carson Wentz plays 75% of the snaps for the Colts this year, or if next year, or if he plays 70% and they make the playoffs, that'll turn into a first round pick. So, yeah. Eagles now with $33.8 million in dead cap space, and last point, it is it's really prove it time for Wentz because has had some flashes, but that's back when the Eagles roster was a lot better. Let's be honest. Brandon Graham and some of their edge rushers were younger, their defense was younger, their offensive line didn't have the injuries, so really put up or shut up time for Wentz. We'll see how it pans out, and that's all I have to say on that take. So let's move to it. We're going to